Welcome to this channel. Today we are going to be learning how to design a food flyer. That is a simple food flyer. Okay. First, you open your Pixellab. In case your Pixellab interface is not like mine, don't worry, it's going to be the same thing. It's only the interface that is different, but the tools are still the same. So don't worry about that. So when you open your Pixellab first, you see something like new text or default. So you delete that text. You click on it, then you delete. You select delete, it will be deleted. So now we are going to start with the importation of our images. But then let me explain some tools. Okay. So you see this one here. That is your main menu. The A is for the font. This hexagon shape is for your image. In case you import any image or any shape and want to control it, you control it from here. This is where you change your background color, you see. So let me just change a few colors and you see the background color is changing. When you get your preferred color, then you check back, but I'm not changing my color yet. Okay, so let's start. We begin by importing our first image from our gallery. You click on this plus sign at the top there. A pop-up menu appears, then you select from gallery. You locate where your files are, then you import. So after selecting it, you import it to your Pixellab. Then you increase the size. As I told you earlier on, if you want to control any image, you click on the hexagon shape. So you see that the hexagon shape is highlighted. So now I'm going to increase the size of my image using the relative size. So I'm going to increase it to 100% so that it will fit perfectly in the square. In case you open your Pixellab and the size is not the same as this, you click on these three sizes. These three dots at the top corner right. You see image size. You click on custom, then you click on square. You are done. You have changed the size of your image. So after importing our image, then we lock it so that it doesn't move when we are working. So you see that it cannot move. It cannot be moved again. So I'm going to import my second image. Because of time factor, I already designed a similar one, so I'm going to import it so that it will be easy for us to know the images we've imported. Okay, so now let's continue. We import in our second image. We use the same procedure as you did for the first. How you did and import the first image, you do the same thing for this. You increase it using the relative size. You increase it to 100%. Then you check mark. Then you move it to the back using the to back menu. Okay, so now I'm going to change the background color of my interface to white. So you go to the squares on top of each other. You click on color, then you select white. Okay, so the image imported, make sure it's in the middle. So to check whether it's in the middle, use the relative position. Then you click on the ones in the middle. Then you check mark. Afterwards, you lock your image so that it doesn't move during your working. Okay, so now our next image are the dots. So let's click on the plus sign again. We go to gallery, then we import. use the relative size again to increase it to 100%. Then you change the color to black. Okay, then you lock this one too as well. Okay, now we are going to import our pizza. You do the same procedure as you did for the others to import the pizza into the Pixellab. Okay. Okay, so let me import this one first. And reduce the size. To reduce the size, you use this button. This circle, this dot here. That's what you use to reduce the size. So I'm going to reduce it. Or if you want, you can use the relative size to reduce it. So I'm going to, let's say, leave it at 20. Then I'll move it to the corner down there. So I'm going to use the relative position to move it to the back, to the corner there. So I'll click on this and this. But I'm going to move it a little bit into the corner. So I'm going to now click on position. Then I move it. I increase my pixel move to 10. Then I move it 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, so let me leave it at 3, 3. So this is okay. Then I lock my image. Then I import my pizza. So here's our pizza. Okay. So the pizza, we are not going to change the size. So this time around, move it so that it will cover this area. Let it cover this area so that you don't see the sharp edges again. Okay, so let's continue. Afterwards, then I make sure it's in the center. But this time around, I'm going to use only this. I'll not use this one. I'll use only this to place it at the center. So this, sorry. Then I move it a little bit upwards. Then I lock it. Okay, I import in my next image. Okay, with the Pixellab, it's one image at a time. So you have to be importing them one after the other. Okay. I use the relative size to increase it to 100%. Then I lock it. I introduce my next image. Okay. I use the relative size to increase it to 100%. Then I hide the sample I imported. Then I change the color of this, what I just imported now. I change it to black. Okay, afterwards I lock that one too. Okay, then now we have to type our text. You can see that from this there is some text on it. So now I'm going to start typing the text. So with the text on, you click on the plus, you see text on top. You click on text. You type in whatever you want to type. So I'm going to use special. I'm going to type special. Okay. Then I increase the size. Okay, so for me, I have a variety of fonts. So I'm going to choose one of the fonts. If you also want, you can also choose any font you want. So I'm going to use this font. After selecting the font, you click on OK. Okay, you can see that part of the font is sharp. So I'm going to click on my A, then scroll down. You see something like padding. You increase the padding. You see that to open up. You see that the sharp edge is no longer there. Okay. Then I change my text color to black. Afterwards, I reduce the size. You can also adjust the size of your font using the TT. You see that there's TT there written under it size. You can use that one too to increase your size. So I'm going to leave mine at 115. Then position it at the center using only this tool. Okay. Then I move it a little bit upwards. Then I lock it. I introduce another text again using the same procedure. This time around, I'm going to type Monday or Monday, whichever way you want it. Okay, then I bring it on top of the other text. Then I scroll down and increase, choose the style. So I'm going to on the bold rather. Then I'll change my font color to green. Okay, afterwards, I reduce the size of my font. Then I move it to be in line with the dot of the eye. Okay, so this cool. Let me move it. Okay, so this is cool. Then I copy it. When you click on when the font is highlighted, you see something like copy. So I'm going to copy and edit that one too. Then I'll type pizza. Then I change the font to the first font I used, the first font style I used. No, I'm going to use a different font. So I'm going to use the strike base personal. And this time around, I'm going to off the bold since I copied the other one. I copied it from the Monday. Any feature the Monday was having, this one is also going to have it. So the bold is also on. I'm going to off the bold using this tool. This one. This tool, I'm going to use it. So when I click on it, the bold will be off. Okay. So then I move it a little bit below the special, then I increase the size. So I'm going to leave mine at 36. Okay, so afterwards we lock this one too. Then we introduce our next image. Okay, okay, this is my image I'm looking for. Then I increase its size using the relative position. I increase it to 100. So after importing all my images, I'm done with my design. Then now I'm going to merge my designs together using this tool. You see something like a mark and an X. So you click on that tool. Then you see that some spaces will be open here. You see this. So you click on those spaces until you get to the last one. So that's what I'm going to do now. Afterwards, after I've finished selecting them, then I click on this tool. You see that something is like it's merged together. Some arrows are moving towards each other. You click on it. They will ask you, are you sure you want to merge the selected object? Then I click on OK. Sorry, I have to delete the old one I imported first. As you can see, that one too has been merged with the design. So I'm going to undo it using this tool. So it has been undone. So I'm going to delete this so that I don't add it again. Then I follow the same procedure. Then I merge my objects. As you can see, we now have a whole image. Now they are all merged into one image. So now we're going to place it. If in case you moved your own by mistake, you use the relative position to position it at the center. So I'm going to use it and place it at the center. So I am done. Then now we learn how to save it to our gallery. Okay, with the saving of the gallery, you see something like this on top of your Pixellab. You click on it, a pop-up menu appear. In case you have not finished the project you are doing, you can save it as a project. In case you are done and you know that you not come back to that design again, you save as image. You see something like save to gallery. So you see that our image has been saved. That's all for how to design this food flyer. Thank you.